President Donald Trump signed more than 200 executive orders in his first day in office. A number of them already face legal challenges. One of those is Trump's creation of a new Department of Government Efficiency, as well as an order to end birthright citizenship, which is protected by the 14th Amendment. He also ended use of the Border app that allowed asylum seekers to book appointments. Trump pardoned about 1,500 people, either charged or convicted for their actions during the January 6, 2021 attack at the U.S. Capitol. That includes more than a dozen people here in Hampton Roads, according to our records. Emily Harrison is live in the studio now. And Emily, these pardons go into effect immediately.
The instructions in this are pretty clear. The Bureau of Prisons is directed to follow this executive order alongside the Department of Justice. This means more than a dozen people who live here in Hampton Roads but traveled to Washington, D.C. and have participated in the insurrection are hereby pardoned.
President Trump called the charges against the January 6 rioters a grave national injustice, one that is in the process of, quote, national reconciliation. He signed an executive order just hours after his inauguration, pardoning everyone convicted for crimes that happened near or inside the Capitol.
It's something that's enshrined in the Constitution of the United States. It was debated at the time of ratification, and it was determined that the president should have that power.
Now 13 people across Hampton Roads are pardoned for their actions on January 6th. Robert Packer from Newport News wore a Camp Auschwitz sweatshirt and was charged with disorderly conduct and served 75 days in prison. Jonathan Mellis from James City County pleaded guilty to assaulting a police officer with a dangerous weapon and was sentenced to 51 months in prison. And Antonio LaMotta, who served 6 months in prison for forcing his way inside the rotunda. Police in Philadelphia previously arrested him for bringing weapons outside of a ballot counting location in 2020. Legal analyst Ed Booth says it's up to the president's discretion on who to pardon.
The Constitution doesn't tell the president, the only way that they can do this. It's a very fluid grant of power to the president, but a very broad grant of power.
8 other individuals from Hampton Roads faced fines and probation for their actions on January 6th, but did not face jail time. All of them are now pardoned following President Trump's executive order.
Only 14 individuals had their sentences commuted, but not pardoned. None are from Hampton Roads, and most had ties to far-right militia groups. Emily Harrison, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks, Emily. The DOJ estimates around 140 police officers were hurt during the insurrection.